Well, hello everyone. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome in, welcome in. Tonight we're playing a little game. It's a little of this and that, or kind of a would you rather, whatever choice is. But before we get into the game, I'm just going to check my chat, and then I'm going to bring up all of the ladies in the basement. They're having a party down there, I think. Hey, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Jeez. So Kenny was the first one in. He'll be listening and watching in the background while making fried ham and egg and cheese sandwiches. I said, that sounds tasty. I made some pasta with some pasta sauce. Nick P. just ordered my Canadian and Australian money today. Definitely going to be interesting to see how different it looks compared to the American dollars I'm used to. Well, the American dollars are boring. They're the same color. Now you're going to have a problem. The Canadian and the Australian are very similar. I think the Australians may be different a little bit in size, but what bill is one color in Canada is a different color in Australia, so you're going to keep them all straight. We've got cruising scene in here somewhere. We got Danny D. Like a destination fun. Stepping away for a few. I'll leave you running. Thank you. Danny. Cruising scene, Danny. There he does. Welcome in, Bernay. And okay. Well, are y'all ready down there, ladies? Anybody guess how many ladies I got in the basement? We got, yeah, good guess. They're contestant number 1, contestant number 2, and contestant number 3.
Yes, I was right. Hello.
Hi, Amy. Hi, Roxanne.
Hi.
So I only got about 15 minutes because we are going to eat tonight, but now we're changing it to Monday nights, so it's weird. Anyway.
Where are you guys going tonight?
We go at the Old Texas Brewery.
Okay.
Have you heard of that? They have a happy hour on Thursdays. We were going to start going Fridays, but they don't have it on Fridays, of course, because it's the weekend. So Thursdays and Mondays and Tuesdays, whatever.
I actually thought about you the other night when I was leaving the ER, because the doctor that I saw is from where you live. I don't know if he still lives there and he was just like in Abilene helping, or if he now lives in Abilene. But like a comment that he made made it sound like he was just in Abilene working. I don't know.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's his name? Or do you want to say?
I don't remember.
Oh. You sound better.
I sound better, but I still hurt, and the cough is bad, and it's a mess. But we're getting there. Maybe.
Baby steps. So this is a little of this and that, or what would you rather? There's kind of a mix up in there. I just wrote a whole bunch.
I gotta say something. Amy.
Yes.
We're going on the Dream next week. On the
Nice.
On the 27th, we're going on the Dream.
Awesome. You're having so much fun. Yep.
Actually, I gotta take care of a little business before we. Well, I still got.
Sharon here.
Yeah, her. I was doing a blank. I'm trying to look up something. It's like. So how we make it out, Sharon? We still got 2 spaces available.
And because if anybody wants to take that 8:00 on Friday night time slot, they can have it too. But yeah, we got 2 slots available.
So we got the 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. on Saturday. They're still available. For the Cruise-a-thon. So contact Sharon. emails going across the bottom there. Andersons7777 @yahoo.com.
You get the sevens, don't you?
7777.
Yeah, casino numbers.
Yep.
But that's awesome that there's only that it's that filled that there's only 2 slots available.
Yeah. Thank you to everybody who volunteered, or if they're watching. It is great.
Especially still being so far out from it.
Yeah.
Well, Sharon and Gary are going on a cruise very soon, so Sharon wanted to get things in place before they go. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it would be nice to get those 2 spots filled up, and then she can come back.
And I'll say if it comes down to it, like when it's like closer and you don't have anybody, I can do another time. Like I'm not.
Yep. I know you ladies are there for me, and thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're there to cover if you need
Yeah.
us, but hopefully we can get a couple more newer people in there.
I know Meg was gonna email some people for me too. And Meg, if you happen to be listening, thank you for that.
Or if there's any more cruising channels out there or other channels out there hearing this on the replay, contact Sharon and do it please before the 26th or 25th you're leaving. I know one of those days you're leaving town and then you cruise out like the next
we're
day.
leaving on the 26th. Hi, Sherry from Destination Fun.
Yeah.
Crystal, Destination Delight, but Sherry's in here too.
Yeah, Sherry's in here too.
And Bernay from Fairy Dust. Hi.
So 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. on the 10th, we're looking to cover. So let Sharon know if you can help us out there. We're trying to get, some new people in there if we can.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Michael Ann, for that.
Well, I just want to do that while you're still here. I just wanted to check that there was just the 2 spaces left. Okay, I got to jump back here to the comments.
I'll be on anybody's panel that wants me to come up and talk about what I, won. I'll be there.
Holy smokes. Yeah, back where was I? Who's come in? Fairy Dust. Okay, we got Busby in here.
Come in.
Woke up in the middle of the night with, oh, jeez. Sorry to hear that today.
My grandson used to get those a lot. Those bloody noses. That's
awful.
Welcome in, Tommy. Especially with the drier air in the winter.
Yeah.
I know the doctor I worked for, he said they'll suggest put a little, either like polysporin or some Vaseline on your finger and putting it up there just to keep those membranes kind of moistened.
Yeah, I hope you're okay.
Have a diffuser or a vaporizer you can go for an hour before you go to sleep. Daniel's been there to help out. Hello, Crystal, welcome in. She Devil. Everybody saying hello to each other. Just make sure catch everybody. Okay, I think. Georgiana, welcome in. So, first one's easy. This or that. And then people in chat can just put their answer in. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Neither.
Coffee.
If I have to, tea. But it's got to be like, I don't like just a black tea. I like some kind of flavor in there. Coffee only if it's like a Tim Hortons French vanilla cappuccino or an iced cap. That's the closest I get to coffee.
I got my Dr. Pepper and my water.
Amy, where are you driving from work?
I am driving back to Abilene from Hearst. I was in Hearst today for a meeting. So if you get Fort Worth for the non-Texan.
Dang, you could have met us for dinner. Oh, man.
Curtis says both.
Nah, I have to be back at work in the morning, so.
There we go, Busby. French vanilla's my go-to too.
Yeah, I like French vanilla too in my coffee.
Did she sell hers or what?
Hey, I'm going to be
Oh,
auctioning.
and it-
Sorry. I'm going to be auctioning off suitcases on my live. I mean, helping hands for cruising. Yeah, never mind. But I am.
We should have a minimum bid in there, so
I know, because they're worth a lot. They're
Yeah.
2 big ones, brand new.
did she sell hers? Oh.
Oh, it was the one I'm
Welcome
talking about.
back,
Hearst.
Sherry.
It's Hurst. Hearst.
What is that?
Hearst.
I thought she
The
said hers.
Hearst. It's just the city and the meeting where we had the meeting. Just a city in Texas.
No, she did not have a hearse.
Hurst. Hearst, Texas. It's like near
There we go.
Arlington. Yeah, it's basically a suburb of Fort Worth.
Georgia
And I
and
wouldn't
Tim
even-
Horton.
Say it's a suburb. It's just a city in the Fort Worth area.
Georgia says Tim Horton ice cap. There we go. But I like
Oh.
mine made with almond milk now.
I
Ladies, your helping hands backpack this week.
She got the backpack that Kenny got. It's nice, the red one. It's a nice backpack.
That's the one I want to order.
Yeah, it's really nice.
She doubles, Starbucks has a good. I don't do Starbucks. It's too expensive.
I don't care
I like
Starbucks.
I don't do coffee. Give me water or hot chocolate. No tea. No Starbucks.
I like Dutch Bros, but I get a soda. So I get aftershock soda, so it's different flavorings in soda water.
Hi, Sherry. We just had a Dutch Brothers that opened right down the street from us, actually.
I've heard their coffee's good. Their Italian, their aftershock, their sodas are good. Their lemonades are good, and their employees are like the nicest people on the planet.
Busby says Dutch Bros is his favorite.
Mhm.
The iced coffee. We have what's it called here? It's called Coffee Lodge. We have several of them. They do a really good Italian soda. But I stick to Tim Hortons, either ice cap or French vanilla, or drink water. Okay, next one. Would you rather dine alone or watch a movie alone?
Watch a movie alone.
I do both. So
But I agree with Roxanne. I love my movies.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Like, I can eat I would like to talk to somebody while I'm eating, but usually I don't get to talk to the dog. Watch a movie alone. At least if you're watching a movie alone, nobody's going to interrupt or be chatting when you're trying to listen to the movie.
if I like at home, like it doesn't matter. But if I were to have to go out and either go to a movie by myself or go out to eat by myself, I'd probably rather go out to eat because I can sit at the bar top, and like have a conversation with the bartender and play on my phone. Whereas if I go to the movie alone, like people look at you almost more weird, I think.
Really? Oh, well, watch a movie. I wasn't thinking at the movie theater. I was thinking at home.
I was thinking at home
Like-
too.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like going out to like the movie theater or going out dining alone. But at home, like I do both either. But if going out, I'd rather go out to eat alone than go to a movie alone.
Georgianne says either. I do both.
Yeah.
Sorry, watch a movie alone.
I
Tommy
still
says
like
both.
I do both because there's no one here but me, and dogs aren't allowed in restaurants or movie theaters.
True. I still need to look up what Georgianne mentioned one time on one of your lives, Michael Ann, about we have Hulu that we pay 90 some odd dollars a month for the live TV and all that. And Georgianne had mentioned how YouTube is cheaper. And I haven't forgotten that. I just haven't looked it up yet.
Yeah, YouTube is like 65. Hulu is like 95.
And on YouTube, you get the live TV too?
Get the live TV too. Yeah, I'm going to switch over. I have the $10 Hulu, but I found out that none of it's live TV. It's all shows that were last year, 2 or 3 years ago, and I don't want that.
YouTube.
Well, with Hulu, when the new shows start, like say tonight, so tonight's Thursday, so that's normally Law and Order. Law and Order won't be available tonight, but it will be available tomorrow. So it's just a day delay.
Okay.
Not on. I like the TLC channel, and a lot of those are 3 and 4 years old. I hadn't found the
No,
new one.
most. Because TLC, you have to go. It's not because of Hulu. You have to get Discovery Plus, the new TLC shows. TLC's under their own streaming.
Yeah, I've got TLC. I've got Discovery Plus, but I still don't get the TLC new update shows. I have to.
You should on Discovery Plus.
Sorry, Michael Ann, I didn't mean to change your subject on you. I just saw Georgianne and I thought about it.
Danny says, I don't go to the movies anymore. I just wait till it comes out on streaming.
Yep.
It's too expensive to go to the movies.
You know.
A fortune to get in, and then if you want anything else to eat, unless you smuggle it in. Okay. Are you iPhone or Android?
Android.
iPhone.
Android.
I don't understand Android.
I don't either.
I don't understand iPhone.
I don't understand iPhones. Yeah. It's probably what you're used to using since you've got your phone. My first phone was Android.
Danny says iPhone. Fuzzy says iPhone. Georgianne says Android.
And iPhone goes better with the Mac too. Android is hard with the Mac.
And like, I get all my notifications on my watch, with my Apple Watch.
Amy,
And it takes my oxygen.
If I had one of those, I'd be watching my heart rate and my oxygen and I'd be too obsessed. No, I don't have one of those on purpose.
Michael Ann, what did I send you guys the other day? All my oxygen levels since I got out of the hospital.
Yep.
Or the ER.
Oh, I remember one time last year you were sending us your heart rates too.
See? Oh, that would I'd be in the hospital all the time because I'd panic.
I think it depends on what you have. In other words, too, like whether you have an iPad or a tablet, or you have a MacBook or a PC, or
And most people who have Apple have the MacBook, they have the iPad, they have the watch, they have the iPhone. Like, it's all Apple, and they all talk to each other, so it's great.
So She Devil said both. Her phone is iPhone, tablet is Android. Busby's asking how much your Apple Watch is going for lately.
I don't remember.
Expensive.
Hey, everybody,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I love y'all, though.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody in the chat.
Amy's had this ongoing cough, Georgianne, and she's had breathing issues with her asthma and compounded with costochondritis in her ribs.
Yeah. I had it on one side, now I have it on the other. My asthma's been an issue. I've been on 3 rounds of antibiotics and steroids now. And not only that, like the steroids, I've had 2 steroid shots. I've had steroid through an IV now. I've had steroid through a breathing treatment. Yeah, it's been lots of fun since Thanksgiving.
She was only in there for several hours. She wasn't admitted.
Yeah. They wanted to keep me in. I'm like, no, I got a dog at home and I got to work tomorrow. Like, no, I'm going home.
You got a dog at home, nobody can watch it. You gotta work. You got a restaurant to run. Heck no, and to watch too much for too tiny. Yeah. Well, this one's weird. Ketchup or mustard? I like both.
Depends. It totally depends
Yeah,
on
it depends
what
on-
you are eating.
I mean, I like mustard, but I also like honey mustard. But ketchup, I'm not as big a fan as I used to be. I'd rather have mayonnaise and mustard.
Yeah, depends on what I'm having. If I'm having a burger, I'll put a little bit of both on. If I'm having just like a regular hot dog, probably ketchup. But if I'm having like a sausage or bratwurst with that, it's more like mustard and some onion. If I'm making a sandwich, it's usually mustard. I'm not big for putting ketchup on my sandwiches unless I'm having.
Yeah.
Let's have a bologna sandwich. Then I like a little bit of ketchup.
No,
Mayonnaise
it
on a
totally
sandwich.
depends on what's going with it.
Yeah. Renee says mustard.
But I'd
Tommy
have to
says
mustard.
depends. Georgianne says both. Holy
I'll say
crap!
that-
Them up to way too expensive. Yep.
Mustard, it's no calories, or it's very low calories.
Yeah, ketchup is a lot of sugar. Ketchup on fries, mustard on hot dog. Depends on if it's made in Canada or USA. Yeah, I understand that. There's a couple of you got some Canadian products. Ketchup and mustard. Must be Android watches the same way. Yeah. Okay. Do you prefer sunrise or sunset?
Sunset,
Both.
because I am not a morning person.
Yeah, I'm more sunset. I have caught a couple sunrises. I would say the nicest one I caught was in Cuba, because I was awake like an hour and a half, 2 hours before my coworker that I went with, and I didn't want to disturb her, so I was out on the balcony watching the sunrise. Busby says Canadian mustard is good.
You'll get to when we're on our cruise in October, because we have that balcony. You'll be able to go out on the balcony and see sunrises.
If I'm awake that early.
Yeah.
And Amy's not an early riser. There was a couple times I was awake before Amy, and I just kind of laid there and I'm looking at my phone or trying to do something.
But hey, now though, the thing about me though is, if you get up before me, like on that cruise in October, don't feel bad. Do whatever you need to do and go do whatever you want to do. Like, you're not going to bother me in the slightest.
Well, since the interior room is so dark, I didn't want to be turning on lights or fumbling around in the dark. Whereas the balcony one's going to be a little bit light.
Yeah. No, you won't bother me by turning on lights and doing all that stuff. Like, I absolutely do not care.
I'll just throw something on, grab the robe, and go down to the spa and go lay on one of those stone thermal chair things.
Because I will sleep and I will lay there until I'm ready to get up.
Depends on the vibe and where I'm at, yeah. Both, because sunrise means I made it through the night, sunset means I made it through the day. Makes sense? Yep. Arizona sunsets are awesome. Yes, they are, Busby. You sent us some lovely pictures.
Speaking of sunsets, I got one of those going on right now.
And this one is pajamas or tracksuit?
What is it?
Pajamas or tracksuit?
Pajamas.
Pajamas. What is track suits? Jogging suits?
Jogging suits, sweats, whatever people want to call them. Depends on if I got anything going on. Like, if I'm dressed for the day, I'm dressed for the day. If I come home, depending on what time, I don't like throwing my pajamas on too early, but like right now, track pants and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'd say track pants because I wear gowns to bed. I don't like pajamas.
Pajamas.
I got some super comfy PJ bottoms from Walmart, and I liked them so much I bought a different pair in a different pattern, and I love those things. And they got pockets.
I got 2 sets. One set I took on the cruise, the longer ones. But I had gone to the one store and got these ones, and they were so buttery soft. I went back and got another pair. But when I went on the cruise, I took 1 pair of those, and then I took 1 pair of the short pajamas. So I had a selection. Pajamas. Leslie says, I remembered I absolutely hate snow. Jogging pants always. Sweats are comfy. I want to get a onesie just because. I used to have a onesie, but I bought onesies for everybody one year for Christmas. The only downfall, the men's onesies had the trap door in the back, the women's did not, which doesn't make sense to me. Because who wants to take the whole onesie down to go to the bath?
Yeah.
I had it worn a few times and then I gave it away. It was like, this is a pain in the butt. But all the guys got one with trap doors, and it was like, I don't know.
Who remembers the onesies with the feet in them?
I didn't have, well, from the time I was tiny, haven't had onesies with feet. I had a pair of pajamas with feet on them, my Christmas pajamas, but I cut the feet off a couple of years ago because I can't stand having stuff on my feet. Leslie wants a Winnie the Pooh onesie.
Are you gonna model it?
Yep. You get that, Busby? We'll see pictures, or it didn't happen. Would you rather win the lottery or find your soulmate?
Win the lottery.
Win the lottery.
At this point in time, I'd rather win the lottery. I've been single too long.
Yeah.
I'd just rather have to win the lottery, be able to travel, be able to cruise.
Yep.
Had one for 43 years. Not ready for another one, so I'd rather go do traveling and do things I can do.
Danny says she should, Busby. Busby says, sure. Oh. Tommy's lottery, Danny's lottery, Bernays lottery, Georgianne's lottery.
We're all lottery. All right.
Yep. Go win the lottery and then go on all these cruises, and I want to get back to some other places I've traveled to and travel to some new places.
Yeah.
You prefer smoothies or milkshakes?
Milkshake.
Dairy-free smoothies.
Yeah. Busby's too. It was lottery because he's already found his soulmate. Aww. Yeah, I'm more smoothies now. Like I can make a smoothie that with like chocolate powder or whatever that tastes more like a chocolate shake, but be dairy free. Both smoothie. Hello, Najima. Welcome in. Banana smoothie is delicious. Well, I had some chocolate protein powder. I'd do chocolate and banana and a little bit of peanut butter, some almond milk. It was good. Smoothie says V. Hey V, how are you doing?
I was watching a lady make a smoothie because she couldn't have dairy, and she used frozen bananas and stuff, and then she put chocolate in it. I said, "No, you ruined it I don't eat bananas anyway, but
Yeah, bananas are
cannot-
gross.
I can't peel and eat a banana, but I will because these guys will buy bananas. They'll take them and eat them. But Trevor bought bananas 2 days ago, and they're sitting there turning. And I'm like, well, I end up the same way. I'll just take them because they'll be too brown for them, and I'll throw them in the freezer and then use them for smoothies or use them for banana bread. But me, smoothies because they sweeten the smoothie without having the texture of the banana.
they say if you put other stuff besides the banana, you don't taste the banana. You taste more of the other stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's why I like the chocolate powder or the chocolate protein powder and throw some peanut butter in there. Which I'm gonna have to get stuff to do that because I'm gonna try to go back to keto. Let's see. Let's see. Well, there's a good one since we're talking flavors there. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Would you rather have chocolate or vanilla, folks? Oops. I'm alive. My land frozen. Well, frozen banana or frozen avocado or frozen peaches, strawberries, and blueberries. You can leave the avocado out of it. Thank you.
I've never heard. I was gonna say I've never heard of people making a smoothie with avocado, but I bet there are.
My OG friend Troy makes a chocolate pudding with avocado. I've yet to get the recipe from him. It says it's really good, but I haven't tried it. Talk about this food's making me hungry again. Just had the cannoli dip again. Yeah. Looked good having that. Salted caramel pretzel milkshake stays in my freezer so I can take a spoonful whenever I have a craving. Sounds good, like a good plan. Chocolate, ice cream, vanilla, candy, chocolate. Slurpees are a must. Chocolate. Have a yogurt, lactose-free, chocolate monkey. Made you say frozen peaches. Haha, real funny.
If you're not lactose intolerant, a lot of people like frozen peaches when they're just the beginning of the thaw and they pour cream over it and eat it.
Oh, if we're gonna have, I'd rather take the peaches, slice them up, and then put them over some vanilla ice cream. Amy must have hit a low spot.
Must have.
That's happened before. Oops.
Yeah.
What's going on here? I'm just gonna check a message here. Let me see. Oh, there she's back.
All right. Now I can hear you guys. Somebody tried calling, spam call, and then when I rejected the call, there was no sound. So I had to go out and come back in.
Because I figured something happened. I figured you hit a low spot or something because that's happened before. Okay, would you rather have Asian cuisine or Mexican cuisine?
Mexican. And the fact that I'll eat a taco and a quesadilla, I don't like anything Asian. Unless it's teriyaki, which teriyaki I guess would be Asian.
Well, I like orange chicken, orange honey chicken, teriyaki, but I also like Mexican.
It depends on what it is. Like, Asian, I'm thinking just Chinese. I'm not venturing into the Thai or the Japanese or sushi and all that. Like, I'm thinking the Chinese where you're getting your fried rice and all those stir-fried vegetables and stuff like that. Otherwise, yeah, mostly Mexican.
Yeah. I've got a restaurant we used to eat at. Started when my daughter was in 5th grade, and I hadn't been in a year. The last time I went, I cried so much. I told the owner, I said, I'm sorry. He said, well, I'm sorry you lost your husband. And he ended up buying my food. Not because I was crying, because we've been coming there since 20-something years.
We had a buffet when I loved going there. The mom used to bring her kids to the doctor I worked for, and during the pandemic, they end up going out of business. Now it's an Indian restaurant. So I'm like, there's not really any good. Well, there isn't any Chinese buffets around here. They're just a few restaurants left. Most of them are Indian food, and I'm not a fan of Indian food. Other than give me a vegetable samosa. Other than that, I don't really care for.
I don't think I've tried Indian food.
You kind of got like the spicy if you like Indian. Mexican, neither. Food, period. He says Asian. Chinese food would be good every day that ends in Y.
Nope.
He likes eating with chopsticks. Had beef tacos the other night, Busby. Can't get the hang of chopsticks. Need the training ones that you just have to squeeze. Oh, there's why B likes that, because she likes pinching things, and she can pinch with the chopsticks.
Yeah. There you go, V.
Busby needs a pair of those training ones. They're just like a little tong thing. Would you rather have a day at the beach or a day at an amusement park?
Ooh.
Day at the beach or a day at an amusement park?
So a hard one, but I'm gonna go with beach. Only because yes, I love amusement parks, but I have to take Dramamine so I don't upset my stomach on some of the wilder amusement park rides. And at the beach, I don't have to take Dramamine. I can just chill.
I'd be beach as well. Let's see. She double says beach.
And it depends on what amusement park you're at.
George Ann says beach. Danny says amusement park. Oh, sorry, B.
There you go, V.
Didn't mean to give your secret away. Okay. She double hates waiting in lines at the parks. I don't blame you. I have no desire to go to Disney. I don't feel like waiting in line for rides, and especially when it's hot out.
Only downside.
Well, there's more to Disney than just the rides, and I didn't realize that till I started watching all the Disney channels.
Amusement park, free content to record people being sick. Yeah, they're also getting pricey too. We have, outside of Toronto, we have Canada's Wonderland. They have different theme stuff, but we don't have all the characters dancing around and all that stuff like Disney. But there's a ton of rides and a ton of things to do there. But I haven't been there in quite a while.
Yeah, we have Six Flags. It's 20 minutes from my house or less.
We had Six Flags here in Fort Worth. We had Worlds of Fun in Kansas City.
Yeah, Six Flags started in Texas.
So this question is, would you rather have a Christmas bonus or extra paid time off?
Extra paid time off.
If you're going to get paid and have time off, yeah, that way you'll have the time and the money to go do whatever.
I agree. The last 2 years that I worked, he forgot our Christmas bonus.
How do I get a discount at Six Flags on American Friends? If you're gonna get a Six Flags pass right now, they're pretty reasonable price.
Yeah.
Bonus.
I got
time off.
the
Paid time off.
Six Flags pass when I was in Fort Worth, and it was nice because like 2 visits, one visit really it paid for it, and then you can go to any Six Flags that you want to go to, and you can go in.
Paid time off. No Ferris wheel. I don't want to roll away. I'm okay on the Ferris wheel, just as long as the person doesn't make the thing rock.
Well, if
I don't like
anybody's
Ferris wheels.
coming to Atlanta right now, if you want to go to the aquarium and you want to go to more than one day, they've got a special going right now. Buy a 1-day pass, and it turns into your all-year pass. So I thought about getting it, but I don't know if I'd go enough to even one time. But that would get me in all year if I wanted to go back. If anyone coming to the area and wants to visit, I'll go with you, you know. Pick me up and I'll go with you to the aquarium.
Of course, I haven't been on a Ferris wheel in a long time. Last thing I was close to a Ferris wheel was the Sky Wheel in Niagara Falls. And they're
Don't
like
go to a Ferris wheel.
they're like the pods that go around.
I like those. I've done like I did it in Seattle, and I did one in Las Vegas, and I like those, but I don't like amusement park Ferris wheels. They
No.
they freak me out.
I think
No, I
last,
get dizzy. I don't like them.
last time I've been on one of those Ferris wheels was at the local fair, and the person's in beside me, like, don't move it, don't make it rock, especially if we're stopped at the top. Don't make it rock, because I have the thing of heights, and when you're stopped way up there and somebody that makes it swing back, and it's like, don't stop. Stop. Time off, but I'm not like most people. Not many people can take 42 days off at once. Yeah, most people can't.
My husband used to get 5 weeks off a year. And he would not take one every 3 or 4 months. You know, he decided after 1 week that was all he really wanted. But then at the end of the year, he'd have to use it or lose it. And he doesn't get paid for it, so he would end up with 3 or 4 weeks off at one time. Drove me nuts, because that 3 or 4 weeks with his off days added up to an extra week.
I get with how long I've been with my company, I get 4 weeks off a year, but I've already got them planned out. I'm taking a week off in March, got my cruise in April, got my cruise in July, and got my cruise in October, and I've already got my vacations booked for 2024.
Right?
Love aquariums. Yep, we went to Earthley's Aquarium in Toronto. That was cool. Yep, government. He is a government employee. Amy, I rode the wooden roller coaster at Six Flags in Arlington, Mansfield.
That's
Brave Busby. I rode the wooden one at Canada's Wonderland, and that was my first and very few roller coasters.
Wooden ones are rough.
Well, the Mighty Canadian Mindbuster it starts out with a 75 or 95 foot drop. But you get past that roller coaster, all the other flipping roller coasters are bigger and more loops and upside down and backwards, or you're hanging. It's like, no, thank you.
There's a roller coaster now somewhere where you're like laying down flat, like on your belly.
Oh yeah,
I like the one where your feet dangle.
Yeah, there's one of those at both of those at Wonderland. I got pictures of Trevor grade 8. Yeah, on the one where you lay on your tummy. Maybe. Her name, let me do a drive-through with donuts or cookies. They still make wooden rides.
Yup.
There's a few wooden roller coasters.
Yeah, like the new one in Worlds of Fun is like the remake of an old favorite, Zambezi Zinger, and it's half wooden roller coaster, and it just opened last year.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago. Well, this one, the Mindbuster, has been at least 20 years old, if not more. It's got to be like 30 years old because I was in my 20s when I went. I've only been on Mindbuster, the Ghoster Coaster, and I forget what the name of the one that goes through the mountain at Wonderland. Those are the 3 coasters I've been on. Donuts. Let's see. I'm not going to get through all these. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Discuss this. Night owl.
Night owl.
Night owl. Hello, Ellsworth. Welcome in.
Hello.
Is anybody an early bird out there? I think a lot of us are night owls because a lot of us are
Passes to the Georgia Aquarium are the same as a one-day pass right now.
night owl. Night owl. Busby's nocturnal. Like a lot of us are night owls because a lot of us are in chats late at night.
Like you'll find us, especially when our one group, you'll find us chatting more late at night than you will in the morning.
Well, we say we're going to get off, and 2 hours later, we're still talking.
Yep.
That too.
Well, we're early birds if you call it talking into the early hour.
Yeah.
Nick says it can be both depending on time of day. Depending on the day. Okay. I'll say depending on time of day? Depending on the day.
Now, if I have to get up early, I don't complain. I get up and go do what I got to do. But me, I get to playing on the computer or listening to somebody. And then there's some bloggers that come on so late, and you're going, I need to go to bed. But then they get to talking, and you just sit there.
Tommy says lately I've been up till 4 or 5 in the morning. I've had a lot of 3 and 4s. Actually, if I haven't been up that late, I've gone to sleep early and woken up around 3. Of course, the kid bladder says, okay, it's time to get up, go to the bathroom. And I get back and I'm trying to go to sleep, and then my phone goes off. I look over, oh, V's got up to pee. So she said something. So the one
You said that the other morning.
The one night this week I was up till like 4 in the morning because I ended up in the Helping Hands for Cruising live stream chatting. And then the next morning I had fallen asleep and woke up at 3:40, I think it was. So I was awake and chatted with Sean, or chatted in the Helping Hand, the cruiser or Helping Hand, whatever. I was in on that one, and then I ended up chatting with Sean afterwards privately, and then went to sleep for about 4 hours. Let's see. I have never turned my phone off at night because I've always had for my kids to be there 24/7.
I don't ever turn my phone off. My neighbor turns hers off at 11 o'clock. The emergency comes up, you can't get her, so you just, forget it.
Now, if I wake up in the morning early and my friends in my other chat, with my other group of friends locally, a couple of them decide to start chatting at 7 o'clock in the morning, then I will mute my notifications for a little while so I can sleep.
I get calls from my friends from England at 8 o'clock in the morning sometimes, but for them it's like lunchtime.
Off track with early bird or vampire hours. Yep. Would you rather learn a new language or a musical instrument?
I'm too dumb right now to learn either. And the fact I'm not dumb, like my brain just doesn't retain new information, so neither one's gonna happen. But I'd rather learn language, Spanish.
Same. I was trying to do that in Duolingo, and then I got behind, and then it wouldn't let me restart to review that. And it's like, okay, I need to find a Spanish thing that I can kind of listen to it and write it down. I want to know the basic stuff. So if I go somewhere where Spanish is the first language, that I can go, oh yeah, hola, blah 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 blah, or ask for something, and not try to.
¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name?
We got instrument. Can't learn either. I've tried. I took piano lessons when I was like 9. Yeah, that I know and I was in music in high school for a year, but I know the basic. Other than that, I don't. The music.
There's a reason why I've not played a musical instrument since I was in the 7th grade.
I did piano for 2 years. High school, I couldn't. I wanted to do flute, but of course, all the girls in the class wanted to do flute, so I never got that. So I thought, oh, I'll try French horn. My cousin liked that. That was a no go.
Talking about the French horn. So I learned flute, whatever. I think it was on Facebook somehow, like it was on Suggested or somebody posted it, that the Air Force was looking for somebody to play the French horn, and they would be paid like $70,000, $80,000 a year to play a French horn. I'm like, how do I learn how to play a French horn real quick?
Well, with the mouthpiece, you got to learn how to buzz your lips, so you're doing the mouthpiece. And then you got to get the right pitch, and then it's got like 3 keys on it, so it's like trying to play a trumpet. You got to,
yeah,
the way you buzz it, and then I was failing on the French horn, so then the teacher switched me to clarinet, and I skimmed through the pass on that.
No, musical instruments not great.
It's hard. I have a hard time with English. Some days. Play the violin in the middle school.
Yeah, I played violin in 5th grade and then the flute in 6th and 7th.
Trevor, in grade 6, they did ukulele.
Oh, that would be fun.
So he's got a ukulele, and he does that kind of by ear. Both my kids have picked up guitar. I learned with instrumental things on online. Played flute once. I only learned how to play hot cross buns. One year, me and my kids and my aunt and my cousin and all her kids were living together. My niece wanted to learn the harp, and this lady loaned her the harp, and we had this flipping big harp in the living room. She hardly ever practiced, so it was like it was just a waste of
space.
Taking up a waste of space. Okay. Back at the girls' meds. Makes good thing. Good. You do that. We'll be here for a little bit longer. Not all these longer, but for a few more, and then we'll just chat. Would you rather have chips or popcorn?
Chips.
Nowadays, chips. I used to love popcorn, but I just find now is all the stupid kernel things get stuck in your teeth, or I hate when a piece of the kernel stuff gets stuck like on your tongue, at the back of your tongue, and you feel like I'm choking on it, and I can't get it. So you're sitting there. Yep. Both chips. We have a place at the mall. It's called Colonel's. I like their double butter popcorn. And it's not like a butter popcorn, it's like a caramel corn, an extra.
I love caramel popcorn. I do like popcorn, but I'd rather have chips.
Yeah. I like
No,
popcorn.
we're not talking about French fries.
No. We're talking about potato chips, Busby.
Yeah.
It does says chips, and it will has to be plain chips or Ruffles chips and French onion dip.
I like ranch dip. The ranch potato chip dip. Or veggie dip. Like ranch. Yeah, the ranch dip. French onion's okay.
I like onion dip. I will try like some of the others, but there's the one that's the Hidden Valley that makes ranch.
Yeah.
They also have a creamy dill next too. That one's a favorite too. Caramel corns with pecans stuck all over it. Oh yeah, we've been eating butter toffee. Pecans are stuck all over it. Popcorns with M&Ms is good, but messy.
Yes. Popcorn with M&Ms is amazing.
It's like caramel popcorn with pecans. Isn't that like poppycock or one of those? And you can't have pecans, so you can't have that.
Nope. I like
I
caramel
don't like
corn.
pecans.
Love pecans, but
I was allergic.
my cousin's allergic to all kinds of nuts, so it's like I got used to making things or whatever without nuts. But I do like pecans, whatever. Anywhere you are.
Pecans.
Pecans. I used to like walnuts, but I'm not such a big fan anymore.
Oh, I loved it when I was a kid putting peanuts in my Coca-Cola.
Ew.
Yeah, no.
You and Busby can have that. No, thank you.
That was a Southern thing.
No.
Especially when your grandparents owned a little convenience store, grocery store back then.
What's like people talking about was a boiled peanuts or whatever it is?
Oh, I don't like boiled peanuts.
Like, no, thank you.
No, just give me regular peanuts.
Regular peanuts or cashews. Popcorn with M&M almonds are a banger.
I ate some candy that had almonds on it this Christmas, toffee candy, and I started swelling up about an hour later, rash. So I don't know if it was the candy itself from or the almonds or what. So I said, no, I gave the candy away.
Milk and Coke. Oh, the Milk and Pepsi was a thing on Laverne and Shirley. I remember hearing that.
Oh, no.
The only thing you're going to get me close to milk and Coke together is a Coke float.
I love Coke floats.
I prefer a root beer float, but She Devil's pukey face. That's in Popper soda. Yeah. Never heard of it either, V, but nothing I would like to try.
I don't know who invented it. It was mainly just putting, I guess, salt in your Coke, making it salty. But they used to sell the little packs that were about this wide and about yay long with peanuts. and people would go tear it open and pour it in their Coke. And
Yeah, I think I'll save the rest of them for another time. Let's see.
yeah, that's it. My granddad, well, my husband's grandfather owned a grocery store, and my granddad owned a grocery store. But those little grocery stores today would be more like a convenience store.
Yeah,
So he had the meat counter. Oh, and something else we used to get were these big old cookies from, they were called, I think Thomas was the name of the company. And it had a little man on the cookie. Go get one of those and a piece of sharp hoop cheese, cheddar cheese. Those were good together.
no, I can't do cheese with sweet stuff.
Well, this was more like a, not a vanilla wafer kind of cookie, but a buttery, it was cross between a butter and a sugar cookie kind of taste. Oh, they were so good.
Who put salt on their watermelons?
I don't eat
Yes.
watermelon.
I grew up learning. That's how I like. Yeah, I'll put salt in the watermelon. My when I worked in Amarillo, I had a bunch of Hispanics that worked there, and they would squeeze lime on their watermelon, and it was really good.
That sounds good to me.
It was really good.
Did
That'd
they
be
pour that Mexican seasoning on it too?
Do what?
Did they take that Mexican seasoning and pour on it too? The
Tagine. Yeah, some of them put tagine on it. Yeah.
tamjine or whatever it's called, tangerine.
Yeah,
Tamarind.
tagine. Tajin. Tagine.
Tagine, yeah, I've heard of that.
Nope, not sugar on tomatoes.
Tomatoes are gross, so.
Oh, I love tomatoes, but they don't like me.
The only time I use sugar in regards to tomatoes is if I'm making a spaghetti sauce or a chili, and I've tasted it, and you get that real acidic taste with the from the tomatoes. I'll put a little bit in there to cut that. But
Yeah.
in Arizona, I found white watermelon.
Yeah, they make a white color watermelon.
Busby says tagine is awesome. Salt on cantaloupe. Nope, the only thing I want on cantaloupe is
Salt
I-
on cantaloupe.
Yep,
Salt
sugar.
on cucumbers.
Yep, Busby agrees. Sugar cuts the acid. But I don't
Yeah.
need to do that. But it's hilarious if I do spaghetti, like homemade spaghetti sauce, and have it, say, on a Sunday dinner with the kids all here. Everybody else is sprinkling some Parmesan on theirs, and I look over and my daughter-in-law is sprinkling sugar on hers, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know where she got that, but hey. Yellow watermelon here is called Texas watermelon. Peanut and pickle together? No thanks.
No, not tried that one.
Salt, lemon, or lime are all flavor enhancers. Yep. I would just say some lime with watermelon to me would be like almost like a watermelon margarita type thing.
No. I don't know, but when I saw them doing it, I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, it's good. Here. And I'm like, so I took a little piece of watermelon and I squeezed the lime on it, and I'm like, all right, that is good.
Like you put the lime in the coconut and stick it all up.
Busby says I make crepes with sugar and lemon juice on them. I think you showed us that.
Yeah.
Danny says if you say spaghetti ice 3 times, Darian may pop up.
The lemon and the sugar.
Spaghetti ice. Spaghetti ice.
When I got my beaver tail on Nova Scotia, the second beaver tail I got one with the lemon wedge, and it was all right, but I preferred it without it.
I've only tried the classic one. Actually, I brought that up on Whose live was it this morning? I guess it was the one with Eddie and the muster drill
Oh, okay.
and Cheryl and Jeremy. It was like muster drill's like, what's a beaver tail? Because we got talked about some Buc-ee's and said something about beaver nuggets, and I was like, well, I'd rather have a beaver tail over beaver nuggets.
What's a beaver tail?
It's a wonderful pastry that the one I had was coated in cinnamon, dipped in cinnamon and sugar goodness. It was so good. It's like a funnel cake, cross between like a funnel cake and a donut.
Funnel cake, donut, elephant ear, what kind of a combination?
I love the elephant ears.
It's kind of a flat pastry, but it's the shape of a beaver's tail, and
Yeah.
there's different flavors. I had tried the classic one, which was the cinnamon sugar.
Yes. And that's what I had. I had the classic, and then I had basically the classic with the lemon.
V, did you start the watermelon and mustard? Yeah, she did. And she had people trying it at M23 as well. I got a video of that I have never released.
You can take watermelon, and a lot of people like to add it in to salads. I don't know why, but it's something that
Bugsby wants to go to Buc-ee's now.
and they make like a ranch dressing type to go on it. No.
No ranch and watermelon, no.
No.
I tried the watermelon and mustard. It's different. It's not my taste, but I tried it.
I want to go to Buggies.
Well, we were chatting about me and I were chatting about that last night. we were trying to look at things because we're trying to figure out our flights in Busby or not Busby, V, Steve and I.
I know we talked about it, but I'll be there. I'll be able to come into Galveston on Saturday. Because Saturday at some point. So Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, we all need to do like a group trip to Buc-ee's and.
Well, in the Houston area, there's like 17 Buc-ee's, and two of them.
So the Buc-ee's close to where we'll be. Yeah. So League City and Texas City are going to be the ones closest to Galveston.
Yeah.
Texas City is the one closest. That's the one I slept in their parking lot.
One area we were looking at different things in that area because we're going to be in a couple days even before we had planned. So we were even thinking of staying up closer to Houston for a couple nights and then going down. So, there was like one spot we were looking at. It was like, okay, it's less than 5 kilometers this way to a Buc-ee's, and it's less than 2 or 3 kilometers this way to an Outback, and it's less than this from a Kroger, and that from a.
And we can eat at one of the Outbacks down there too, and get at least $100 off.
I just want a steak, maybe a bloomin' onion, or do I want?
I want prime rib.
What's the other one I'm thinking?
The Alice Springs chicken.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? They have hold on. One of our combo meals is sirloin and Alice Springs chicken with 2 sides. It's a 6 or an 8 ounce sirloin, a 5 ounce Alice Springs chicken, and then 2 sides.
That sounds really good. Steve says, wait, is Buzz becoming? No, I'm just getting my words mixed up. Meet you all in Royce City.
Buzzy, you just need to come on the cruise. You and Nissa need to come on the cruise.
We come through Ohio, I can take you to dinner. That's kind of the opposite direction where we're going. No, I
Nobody's
kitty,
coming to Ohio that I know of.
I kitty sat while my oldest and daughter-in-law went to Ohio for Thanksgiving.
Is she going to pay for it?
No.
She'll pay up to $100, and after that, you pay for it.
No, he's talking about the cruise.
The cruise.
Oh, the cruise.
I'm not paying for a cruise. I'm paying my own cruise.
Yeah, no comment. Then Ohio's on the 2025 plus. Ohio's not
Yeah,
that
so-
far.
If you guys
I
want
have
to
an
join
aunt
us,
that lives. Aunt and cousins live in Ohio.
I was gonna say, if you guys want to join us, we'll all be on the cruise in October on the Carnival Breeze out of Galveston, October 21st to the 26th.
Want to be a part
Lots
of
of
the
fun.
Alignment Group Cruise with Helping Hands for Cruising, October 21st, 26th, 2024. Contact Amy, Hamilton States Adventures, at amykephart@gmail.com. It's going across the bottom now. I made that
Or
one
just
up.
book it and let me know. Or just book it and email me and say, hey, we're going, and we'll go from there. Because yes, I can book it for you. But I'm not in it for any gain. So I don't really care how you book it. I just want you there.
Right now, there's a group of 10 of us, including this lady over here and her cousin, who is a
Yeah.
recipient of the Helping Hands for Cruising Cruise. But there's 10 of us all together going to be on that. So we'd like to, increase that a little more.
Can you look at airlines yet for your tickets, or is it still early?
I don't know. That I don't know. Especially for me, because I don't do airline stuff and I'm driving. As Galveston is only 5 hours from me, so I'm driving.
Yeah, but I've got to get there somehow.
Well, yeah, for you,
Yeah, me and Donna.
and that's Helping Hands and stuff that will help do that.
Busby says, I don't fly.
I love to fly. If you're on the right airline.
I'm okay with flying. I still have some.
I like flying.
I have a bit of anxiety taking off and landing, but once I'm up there, I'm good. But I was better, I think, coming home, even when we landed in New York, because it was overcast and raining, and that as it was explained to me by Steve, they have to land a little harder with the wheels to make sure it cuts through the moisture on the tarmac. So, but it wasn't a terrible landing. I think the worst part of that landing and takeoff is, I'd say 50 to 100 feet. It was overcast all the way down until you get to between that 50 and 100 feet. And then all of a sudden you could see it, and then all of a sudden you were on the ground. And then taking off was the same thing. It was like we took off, and it was like, okay, there's the clouds above us, and it tipped a little bit. Then all of a sudden we were in the clouds, and I was hoping coming into New York you'd be able to see, the New York skyline and or the or the Statue of Liberty or something. But no, we couldn't see nothing. Just have to just maybe someday book a cruise out of New York and
and then you can sail right past it.
Do what Amy did. I gotta to do better finances before I can do stuff like that.
It's like sitting here thinking of flights to book, and I'm like, but I've got my flight booked to LA already for my cruise in April, which this was a cool thing. So I booked it a while back, and then people were talking about how the cheap airfare. So I went and looked, and my flight from here to LA for the time that I picked was like $50 cheaper. So I hit on that. And then I originally had a layover on my flight from LA back to Dallas. And I was able to get a nonstop for $5 more. But overall, like I have a $50 Southwest credit now. So I was like, that worked out. I get a better return flight and I have credit.
That's all right.
But then my next 2 cruises are out of Galveston, so I'll be driving.
I only got one planned right now.
I've only got one planned, but I want to plan some more. But I'm wait till I get the first one over with first. You never know. I could get on it and say, I don't think I want to ever go on another
Yep.
one.
I have
But
a
I
few
don't
other,
think I'll be that way. I think I want to go and go and go and go.
I have a few others in my thoughts, but you know, it's gonna be get working and save money.
Yeah, I need a plan for 2020.
There's a couple
Yeah.
in 2025 that I wouldn't mind.
I want to take one to Hawaii.
Be saying don't forget your C bands.
Yep. Hawaii for me will be 2028.
28?
2028 will be Hawaii. Or maybe 2029 because I get my sabbatical in 2028, July of 2028. So probably spring of 2029, I'll do Hawaii. Or August, September of 2028. But yeah, 2028, Hawaii.
Once
Yeah,
you find a good deal, though, between now and then, would you go?
No, I can't take 2 weeks off until 2020. 2 weeks off I can't take the 15 days off until 2028.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So then I get a 30-day sabbatical where I have 30 days off of work and I can go on a 2 weeks cruise. I can go on a 15-day cruise.
That sounds good. Now there's one somebody wants me to go on. It's like, yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't mind going back to Miami and go back on the Horizon, but doing back to back.
The thing is, yes, you love the Horizon and you enjoyed it and you wanted to go, but experience different ships.
Yeah, I do want that too.
Like, I've loved the fact that I've been on 12 cruises and 12 different ships, and some of the places have been the same, but I love the fact that I've been on all the different ships. And even with like the next 3 cruises I have, they're all different ships because I have the Firenze, the Jubilee, and the Breeze. So by the end of the Breeze, like it's 15 cruises, 15 different ships. Because I have not repeated, and I like that.
I want to go back to Vegas, too. I enjoyed it. I love
Yeah,
Vegas.
Vegas is fun.
Yeah, not too. Like I would like not Vegas, but I'd like to go back to the ABC Islands, but we only got 8, and I would like to.
I would love to go to Curacao. Yeah,
I would like to go do the Roatan and Costa Maya and all that. That some of them got to go to on the Pride.
Yep, but it's hard to go places sometimes when you have to worry about your little animal, your dog or your cat. What are you going to do, you know? Because vets prices have gone up to board animals. They're not cheap. Mine used to be $17. Now it's $35.
Yeah, mine's 35 a night for Addie. I take her to a border here in town. I'll pick her up tomorrow
75.
morning. 35.
Wow. Oh, 35.
Yeah, I'll pick her up tomorrow morning. Enjoy my dog-free night.
Yeah, I would love to go back to Aruba. I'd love to go back to Bonaire. Like to do Curacao.
I want to do like Curacao, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, San Juan, like all of
Yeah.
those.
San Juan, I would love to do.
I was
Yeah,
supposed
we
to go
went to
into
the
San
Hoover
Juan.
Dam.
I was supposed to go to San Juan on the Mardi Gras, but they canceled it because of requirements in San Juan, and so we went to Nassau instead.
All right.
Well, if anyone's planning any trips, let me know. And I'll think about it. Or they want to meet. If y'all are coming through Georgia and you want to meet.
I also need to get to Eastern Canada. I've got 2 provinces left to get to here. And Amy's already been to one of them. Amy got to Nova Scotia.
I've been to Nova Scotia, or New Brunswick, and British Columbia. I've been to 3 of the provinces, all because of a cruise. Yes.
Yep. You got 3 out of 10, and I've done 8 out of 10. I haven't done Nova Scotia or Newfoundland yet.
Do a cruise out of New York?
Yeah, I would be down for that, B.
The only thing about coming to M24 is I live in Georgia, don't have a camper, and then 3 weeks after that, or 4, I'll be on the cruise.
Yeah.
So if someone got a camper or a place for me to stay, I might consider it, but
you also have to get there.
Yeah, and I have to get there, yeah. Like like the meetup for Helen is closer to me. I can drive there.
For various reasons, I will probably not go to any of the Michigan meetup there, just because of personal reasons.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go to the first one.
All right. I have a camper if you come to Columbus, Ohio. Are you going, Georgina? Georgia Ann? Georgina? Georgia Ann?
Amy was going to come up to Ontario last year, but then things changed at work.
Yeah.
Yes. Easy to avoid. Yep. Already booked to go.
Just in the sense of I won't go to the Michigan meetup, but I will never go to Quartzsite or any of that crap. So.
Yeah.
For the same reasons. So.
I understand. I understand.
I'll have to think about it.
Yeah, because we're already booked to go, and reasons are already booked to go as well.
So you are going to the Michigan meetup. Okay.
Man, I just screwed this up.
Just for the weekend. We're not going in a week ahead like we did last year. We're just going to be there for the weekend.
Georgia Ann, when are y'all going for how many days?
Itchy back. I can't find my back scratcher. My goodness. Took you that
You
long?
went home and I
Hey,
took the wrong
Kenny.
exit.
Took the wrong exit.
I had never like it was
Oh,
a new way.
that was at your new home. This would be different.
Yeah. But it's all right. Although I'm super, super sore and I hurt.
Yeah, my aunt lives in, I think, Herschel, Ohio, or Hurst or something. I have to look it up again.
There's other reasons, fairy dust, that Amy won't go, and I don't blame her.
And I only get so much time off a year and I book cruises. So
If I had my choices, I would rather just do cruises. But it's been somebody is messaging me over here. Okay, now you're gonna do this stupid thing. Oh, computer.
And you froze.
All I'm still here is just my computer decided to be stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't like you these days.
Well, I just tried to go over to Facebook as my messenger's flashing because somebody wants the link. And then my screen went black in between. I could still hear everything and see everything, but
nice benefit is I've never been down this road before, so this is neat seeing all these places.
yeah. I'd love to meet up with Danny D. I want to meet up with Busby.
But hey, now I know where I'm at.
Yep. Don't waste time on things that definitely one day.
You didn't tell me I'm sitting in the dark.
Yeah, it got dark outside on you.
Uh-oh. Look out, folks. Here comes trouble.
Uh-oh.
Trouble
Howdy,
with a capital K.
It is trouble. Hey,
Howdy.
he and I were both like, this was like last night. But we were on Danny's live. But I was in the car and he was on his couch. Hey, Kitty, but I just noticed the color of your couch.
It's red. Yes.
It's red
Yes.
He graduated from a red pillow.
to a red couch.
Yeah.
And this is where I sleep.
We don't need to know. You keep the things between you and the red couch to yourself.
Uh-oh. Now we're going downhill already. You look at Kenny, you come in and cause trouble already.
Well, he sleeps and talks and sits on his bed.
Well, we don't need to know that either, Busby. Busby's couches are red too.
I love my red couch though.
It does look like Blue's Clues thinking chair.
But anyway, yeah, I just got through fixing dinner not too long ago. So
What'd you have? Tuna and mayonnaise again? I mean, tuna and ketchup again?
no, I had actually I had ham and egg and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, that sounds good.
Fried up some ham and cheese together, and fried up some egg and put it on a sandwich.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with dinner and hash browns.
along with mustard and ketchup on it. You was talking about mustard and ketchup earlier. Both for me.
It's both for me. It just depends on what I'm putting it on. Some things
Yeah.
get one, some get the other, some get both.
Yeah. But I'm more of a mustard and ketchup eater than I am a mayo. No, I ain't missing that. Yeah,
What?
Avocado.
avocado. Ugh.
Mm.
I love avocado.
Yeah, you can have my share on that.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it made into guacamole, not just by itself.
You can have my share on that.
Mine too.
Avocado toast or guacamole on
Nope.
toast.
Nope.
Yum.
Nope. I agree with Kenny on the no guacamole avocado.
I agree with you there, Busby. She mentions hash browns. Now I want hash browns.
Although I could do chicken sandwiches, and I bought mini tater tots, so they're like littler. So I figure if I cook them in my air fryer, they'll get like, because I like crispy. So if they're smaller, they'll be crispier. My thought.
Now, Busby, on the guacamole, it depends on how it's made because different people make it. Now, I have tried some really good guacamole dip and stuff that some people have made, but it banks on how it's made because I know different people make it different ways.
Well, if you make it the true Mexican way, it has no mayonnaise or sour cream or anything in it. It's just the avocado, the onions, the tomato, the cilantro, the jalapenos,
Lime juice.
lime juice. Yeah.
But now, but I have had some guacamole that ain't too good, so it varies on how it's made.
I agree with you, Busby. It looks even worse when it's sat around for a while.
Yup. That's why they put one of the reasons they put lime juice in it is to help keep from the discoloration of the avocado.
Well, I thought it'd be nice because on New Year's Eve we had a nacho/taco bar. We don't like avocado or guacamole, but my son's girlfriend does, so I bought a very small guacamole for her. And she's ate some of it, and the rest of it's sitting in the fridge, and it went from green to
Brown.
green baby poop to looking like brown baby poop. So like, yeah.
Now I like cottage cheese.
I don't do cottage cheese either. Now that's something that's right up my dad's alley. It's cottage cheese. Speaking of,
they're just mini cheese curds.
well, I can't stand the smell or taste of it. Ugh. Tastes like rotten buttermilk to me. That's what it tastes like, and I can't stand buttermilk. And now, if it's like in buttermilk biscuits or something you cook with buttermilk or something where I can't taste the buttermilk, I'm good. But
Yeah.
if I get to where I taste it, nah, I'm out.
Oh, growing up, we used to take buttermilk and cornbread and put it together. Oh, that was so good.
And that's my dad thing. That's what Dad's into. That I can go buy a gallon of buttermilk today, and by either Saturday or Sunday, that gallon of buttermilk will be gone.
Nope.
He can drink that stuff by a gallon.
No thanks. I don't like cottage cheese, and I guess you won't be ever eating my lasagna.
I don't like cottage cheese, and I don't like ricotta cheese.
Once you put it in cooking, you don't know what's really there. It doesn't taste the same.
I don't like it. Like, I've tried my dad's lasagna with ricotta, and nope.
No, I don't like ricotta, but I will eat cottage cheese.
Now I could do lasagna now.
Hey, car in front of me, the speed limit is 55. Why are we going 40?
Okay. I think one time we went over stateside V, I got some gluten-free cornbread mix. It was pretty good. Yeah, well, I don't like ricotta cheese, so that's why I put we've always put cottage cheese in.
Do you actually taste the cottage cheese in the lasagna?
No, because the layer has cottage cheese and also has mozzarella cheese on it, so it's just all a cheesy layer.
See, I would just make it with mozzarella and then
And
Parmesan.
my kids don't care for cottage cheese, but they eat my lasagna.
But you just don't tell them that cottage cheese is in that lasagna.
I
Huh?
know it's in there.
Oh,
Watch me make it.
they do know that cottage cheese.
Amy's getting darker.
Yeah. Where I live now, when I come home from work, right when I get to this one light, my will come on. And I see mountains.
I had to. Speaking of lights, I had to. I'm on that flex pay for my electric bill while I'm living here. That flex pay they call it. I had to add some money into my account because I was down to like $2 and some change. And I asked them. I said, "Does that mean I got to add something?" They said, "Yeah." I said, "See, it counts it off daily." And they said I'm using at least about $6 and something a day for electricity.
No way it would do store bought. Just saying. Well, none of us do guacamole, so I'm not making it for one person.
I
So
bought store bought, and it's okay in a pinch.
That's why it was a very small store bought one. You want it, you can have it. If not,
Right now, I'm trying to work on putting on this vacuum together still.
Oh, you got your new vacuum.
Yeah, I got one of them wet and dry. Then one of them 8-gallon stainless steel wet and dry vacuum. I didn't know I was going to have to put almost the whole thing together, but because the last one I bought, it was mostly put together. I just had to put a piece or two here and there. But this one, you got to put the wheels on it. You got to put the attachments on it, and you only got 6 screws to play with.
Georgianne, she was out of town at a meeting. That's why it's so late or so dark or long getting her home. To her new place. Yep. Kenny turned off some lights, man. He's got more lights on than he's had on. I was like, it's awfully bright in there.
Yeah, I've got the big living room light on. Plus, I got the overhead light on the stove on the overhead light, and then I've got the big kitchen light on.
I've made guacamole once. I had a recipe using one of the essential oils. That's the only time I've made it.
But before I go to bed, I'm gonna cut some of these off, except for maybe the big kitchen light, so I can see.
Must be saying put the vacuum on the couch to work on it. Getting hungry with all the food talk. I have some of my pasta still up here, but
yeah, them ham and egg and cheese sandwiches made my tongue slap my brain.
what's for dinner?
Having a light party.
Had meatloaf.
Yeah, I want to make a meatloaf, but I don't think I have any hamburger meat. Because the store I went to the other day was completely out of hamburger meat.
I didn't have a good recipe. I found one that I really liked, and I don't know what I did with it. And I haven't been able to find a good recipe since. Something like, I love meatloaf, but
I actually was able to go see Dad today, so that actually felt pretty good.
That's good.
Oh, you got a ride to go see Dad. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't have mine grilled. I had mine fried, Busby.
Oh, no sausages.
Jenny's saying, how's he doing?
He's hanging in there. They're working him to death in therapy. He's got to go back to the orthopedic appliance company again. They got to do some adjustments on that leg again because the screw that goes down inside the leg, it won't sometimes come off, and they had to yank it off the other day, he said, and it shouldn't be that tight. It shouldn't be that hard to. What was happening is it was bending inside the screw part where you press the button to release the leg to be able to get the leg off. It was bending inside the thing, and something, and he got to go get it looked at. So, and it's twisting on him. It's twisting on him as he's walking, just out of the random blue. And this is supposedly a new leg that he just got back.
No, I haven't tried grilled cheese using mayonnaise because I don't like mayonnaise.
Oh, that was on one of the cooking shows. I
Oh,
don't remember who started it. They put mayonnaise instead of butter, and they said it does better.
I've seen it done, but I haven't done it because I am not.
I haven't done it.
This.
Hi.
Hello. I just looked over there. Wait a minute, what are you doing back down there?
So, yeah, I'm gonna go and see him tomorrow too. So that's the plan, anyway.
At least you got someone that will take you. That's good.
Yeah, there's a. No, it's brand new.
They just got a junk of a screw.
Or whatever. I don't know, but
What'd you do?
So I burnt myself at work the other day. And
Again?
in the oven. And I just scraped it when I went to plug in my charger.
Ouch.
but I did tell everybody that he said hello, or that y'all said hello, and he says hello back to you all.
That's great.
I'm glad you got to see him.
Oh, Kenny, did you go to that church?
Yeah, but I actually found a church. They pretty much they pretty much believe the same way I was brought up. The only difference is that they only have services on Saturday night at 6 p.m., Sunday night at 5 p.m., and Wednesday night at 7. They do not have Sunday morning services. They actually leave Sunday morning open for them to go visit other churches. Now, once a month, they will have a men's prayer service at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. I did go to that this past Sunday, and but yeah, it's pretty much the same way as I was brought up in back at home in Tennessee, pretty much, in a Pentecostal Apostolic Holiness Church. It's called Ben's Creek Church of Jesus Christ is what it's called.
Oh, they're Latter-day Saints Church. Church of Jesus Christ
Nope.
is.
Nope,
No?
it's just strictly Church of Jesus Christ is all it is. And what it is, they only go by the King James Version Bible. They don't go by any other version of the Bible. And they do believe in water baptism according to the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 38. And they do believe in speaking in other tongues, which is God's Spirit speaking to you.
Right.
And and then, of course, they believe in the women wearing dresses all the time. And they believe, and the only other difference is that this church does not believe in women preachers. Whereas whereas I do and my home church does, but I mean, not like I've said before, I know and realize not every church is going to be the same everywhere you go. So, actually that there is some people that do interpret, and then there's some that don't. That varies. See, I've never had anybody interpret when I'm speaking in that heavenly language. I don't have anybody tell me saying. I just know that it is a feeling that I cannot explain, and it is the most joyful feeling I've ever had in my life. I actually told my dad, I told my dad the other day, I said, I feel that I have been the happiest I've ever been since I've been over here. Especially since I found a church that believes the same way.
I'm glad you're happy over there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm,
Yes.
Yeah.
Growing up and branching out and adulting. Wow. Proud of you.
But that church actually welcomed me and with open arms. And I love the members over there. There's actually a gentleman that actually goes there that works at the Greens. And I had no idea that he went to that church.
Small world.
Yeah. So
Have you found yourself a lady friend that goes to that church?
nope.
No.
Because most of them look like they're either already married and have kids, or they're but
You never know.
but I am trying to find somebody that believes. Now I'll take somebody that may believe different than I do, but I'd prefer to find somebody that believes the same way. As long as they believe in God, I'm happy.
Good deal.
But because I actually have family members that are two different religions. He's Pentecostal like I am, and his wife is either Catholic or Lutheran, and those are two different things.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Math test. What kind of math test, Kankelman?
What kind?
Wait for the math test.
Yep, I've been to several different churches, religion, and so as long as they don't scare me off the wall too much, and believe in Jesus Christ, that's all I want.
Yeah. Well, the preacher asked me, when we was having some really good services Saturday, this past weekend. He sat down beside me and he said, "I guess you've been around this a time or two, hadn't you?" And I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "This is what I said, this is what I'm used to." So I said, because I could remember I'd been in services where the service would start at like 7 o'clock at night and it'd go till 12, 3, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
But that long I'd be sleeping.
Oh, my aunt goes to Pentecostal, and she said they've gone to about 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they've had some. That I've been in some really good, strong, powerful services. You thought they were thought they're naming things you can cheat on. Oh, now we're just having. Roxanne had asked me a question if I'd found me a church over here, and I said yeah. I said I finally the as a matter of fact, the gentleman that's coming to get my trash tomorrow, either tomorrow or Saturday, wherever day he gets here. Anyway, I was telling him what I've been looking for as far as a church goes, and because he was telling me that he was Free Will Baptist, and he was telling me about it's his nephew that goes to this Pentecostal church I was telling you about, and he got me connected with his nephew. How many miles more or less? I am about, I guess you might say about 35, 40 minutes away. Not that far. Really. But anyway, so he got me connected with his nephew, and his nephew come by. He said, "I heard you was looking for a Pentecostal church." I said, "Yes, sir." And we got talking. We got talking about the way I was brought up, way I believe in things, and he said that the things I mentioned is exactly the same as the way they believe. So I said, well, that's good. And he started telling me about, how they only have services Saturday night, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. Of course, Wednesday night last night they didn't have any because the parking lot was covered in snow and ice. That's the only part. That's the only part I hate about living in this part of the neck of the woods, is because I get the most snow and ice around here than they do in Spruce Pine, North Carolina. They, as a matter of fact, Amber said they didn't even get none.
It happens when you move north.
Yeah, well, see, I'm more closer to Tennessee here than I am. When I'm in Spruce Pine.
I know. I looked it up on the map.
You did look it up on the map?
Yeah, I did too.
It's like, where the heck is that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's a community. It's not actually. It's a Bakersville address, but the house itself is not actually in Bakersville. Bakersville is the closest city. Hey, because you mentioned Bakersville, they're like, what are you talking about? Well, because they don't know it. Most people know it as Buidine. So
I've heard of both of those.
yeah. Well, this whole town community around here is called Buidine. So everybody says. Yeah, I know. It was 6 a.m. my time, though. Because you're 3 hours behind me.
Were you up that early, or were you still up?
No, I was actually up on. No, I am not, Kinkerman. I have not booked anything for me for 2024 yet. I have not booked anything because I am still working on getting my house fixed in Tennessee.
Kenny's living the bachelor lifestyle. Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually still working on that. I actually got to go to the guy that I got working on my house. He's actually wanting to meet up with me and go to wanted to go to Lowe's with me to pick out the flooring so he can lay flooring next week. He's wanting to lay flooring next week. So I gotta go pick out flooring, and I was on the Astute Tourist. Yeah, that's where I was at. I'd made it actually 3 days in a row, I think, on his show, and I'm usually wound up sleeping past his show.
You're sure making your YouTube rounds again.
I watched part of it. I can't remember. I think I watched part of his after the Helping Hands one. I don't think I was awake the next day.
Are you talking about that?
You know who we're talking about.
Okay. I heard from her about a week ago. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
About a week ago. She had told me that it was going to be a while before I hear from her again because she had one of her uncles just recently pass away, go into cardiac arrest, and it was not good. It was not good results.
Hear that?
But she's want to take the time and spend it with the family. I was like, okay, go ahead. I understand. No worries. because I know what it's like when you have a loved one that's gone on. And yeah, so I can live with that. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much. That's been pretty much it around here.
Okay,
Oh.
folks.
Hopefully, I'll hear from my landlord people that's coming here. Hopefully, either this weekend or sometime next week. They're supposed to be coming by. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, as we've just hit over the 2 hour. I'm gonna call it because I don't want to use up all my hours in the first 3 days since the reset. So.
Or they're going to tell you used up 10 out of 20 hours, and next time you.
No, they told me that last week I had used most of my hours up, and it was like 13. But I want to leave room so I can have pop-ups if I want to or whatever. Anyways, we've gone 2 hours, and I'm sure there's others on live now. I heard it was going live tonight, but thanks for coming up, and we'll see you next Thursday, if not before. Let's go find my outro.
Y'all have a blessed night, week. See you on the next one.
Yep.
Finn
Bye
said
for
bye.
now. Bye, Finn.